This is how I made my first buck in real life, and real financial advice they wouldn't tell you. Let's get into it. Now, personal story. Why I wanted to make money at such a young age. The first reason was my mom and all of us, we would go to these shops, these local shops, yeah, and we would bargain for the price. And no shit, that genuinely pissed me off. Like bargaining at these local stores, it pissed me off. Then these normal middle class finance problems, like at home there will be quarrels, right, between your parents regarding finances, regarding credit card, etc., etc. I did not like that as a kid. I would see this and be like, bro, like what the fuck is this? It's not supposed to happen. Like this is normal for many households, like almost all the middle class households, it is normal. But for me, even at such a young age, at the age of 14 or something, I would see my parents quarrel, and it it was not normal to me. And another reason was seeing only my mom work so hard, because my dad is technically jobless. Yeah, my mom is a nurse and she works so hard to provide me and my sister with all the luxuries. Quite literally luxuries. She would make everything possible. Our education was done, like my schooling is done now. I got to get into college, and I'm basically very comfortable at my home. There are no other problems. I am so comfortable. And seeing my mom work as a nurse 12 hours a day, these night shifts and morning shifts, bro, I personally did not feel that great. Like whenever I would take her money to go to the stationery to buy printouts or something like that, even that I would feel so bad, because it's in my head. My mom worked genuinely so hard to feed me and my sister and give us all of these comfortable stuff. Even this is my room. I have a room for myself, and only my mom has a job. So how I cannot tell you how grateful I am for my mom for working so hard to provide me and my sister. Then, oh yeah, story at 14. So at the age of 14, I had my first girlfriend, yeah. So she used to live quite far away from me. And without my parents knowing, I would go to her place and shit. So I did not have any money at the age of 14, but she had money. Like she's like a 14-year-old girl, and obviously you know how girls get paid by their parents, right? Like when we ask for like $10, our parents are like, no, no, it's too expensive for you. And then they give like $30 to their daughters, and they're like, no, no, you keep it with yourself. Like what the fuck. So she was this rich girl, yeah. So she used to get paid in like crazy amounts, and I'm this broke ass boyfriend. So she would pay for my taxi whenever I needed to go to her place and whenever she would call me. So that made me feel kind of bad at the age of 14, like a girl paying for me. And look, we are Indians, obviously. Like we are not that shitty. Like some Indians are shitty. Like they're like emasculine, feminine motherfuckers. But then we are like, okay, man, it's kind of bad. Like a girl paying for us. No, it's like very bad for us. So I had this thing at the age of 14. I need to make money somehow. So at the age of 16, I needed to make money somehow. I like these normal expenses like taking girls out to dates or buying something and etc etc. So at the age of 16, I did an unconventional method to make money, and that was by writing homeworks or writing record books for my fellow classmates. That's how I made money at the age of 16. And the reason why I stopped doing that, writing homeworks and writing record books, and I would write holiday homeworks, like summer vacation holiday homeworks. I would even do that, like long ass ones, for a little bit of money. The reason why I stopped doing that was because I got scammed by my own friend. Yeah, and that quite literally broke me, because I did so much hard work and I didn't get paid. So it was so bad, it was so harsh. I felt scammed, and I ordered some stuff from Shane to buy for my present girlfriend at the age of 16. And because he did not pay me, I was not able to buy the gifts to the girlfriend which I had at that time. So I got scammed. And I stopped doing that unconventional method. Then I'm like, okay, fuck this shit, bro. I got to make a fuck ton of money. So I already had like a great physique at the age of 16. I had like this lean, athletic, fuckboy kind of physique. I had that. So many people, they would come to me for advice. They would come ask me, bro, what should I eat? How should I train? They would ask stuff like that, yeah. And I was reading this blog on online on this some website. I don't know. I was this random 16-year-old trying to find out some fast method to make money. And that blog said one sentence which changed my life. It said, what you do for free right now, just put a price tag on it. That blew my mind. I just realized I was giving so much fitness advice for free. When people would come to me, I would just simply say it's out. I could have just put a price tag on it, and that's like passive income as a 16-year-old. And as I was making these fitness plans, yeah, it was free generation. It kept generating because I would give the plan to one of my friends. He would get results, and the other friend asks, how did he get the results? He would refer to me, and it was this continuous process of generation. And I made a lot of money. I probably trained more than 30 people in my school, in my grade, more than 30 people. As a 16-year-old, I already had like fitness experience in real life, not even online, in real life. Okay, let's get on this one. Instagram is your best bet. Don't choose a niche, become the niche. So my niche was the neighborhood friendly fuckboy. I'm saying neighborhood friendly because I was so social and I would get girls as well. So I was seeing this pinnacle of a human being because I was very social. I had like more than 100 friends and stuff like that. I would hang out with more than 30 people at one time. It was crazy shit like that. And then I would have so many girlfriends at once, and I would keep changing them week after week and shit like that. So that was my niche, and I started posting them on Instagram. What I posted on Instagram was like my shirtless pictures and the girls who would tag me, and I would just repost them. That was basically all I was posting for 1.5 years straight, and that developed my niche. I started posting like that from 15 and a half, 16. I started posting shit like that, like my shirtless pictures and all the things which will attract my ideal customer. I became the niche. I became the fuckboy which they were looking at. Now, the easiest niche to get a lot of money in real life is artist. Like if you can draw something. Second is fitness, which I personally did, and third is being an athlete. If you got so many medals and stuff, if it's in a running if it's in running, football, basketball, if it's in anything athletic, it's a very easy way to make money in real life. See, I had this friend who was this gold medalist. Fuck. I bit my teeth with my own teeth. Okay, fuck. So this guy is this gold medalist. Yeah, he would run marathons and he would get a lot of gold medals. I believe he had more than like 200 gold medals only. So many people would see that, and my he has like three customers from my school. So one of them would pay 200 dirhams per month. So three of them paid 200 dirhams per month. That's like good income at that age. And that's because he's an athlete. He had some skill to share. And it was like no loss from his side, because it was the same thing which I started off with, giving free advice. Then finally we realized, okay, we need to put a price tag on this, because in real life, if there is an athlete, it's like a big help towards other athletes instead of searching these online scams and etc. So he also made a good amount of money. And these are the three niches which you can do, which is an artist, fitness, or an athlete. And you have to post all of these on your Instagram. Don't post random crap like music or some shit like that. For fuck's sake, you have to develop your niche, and girls would respect this as well. If you become like one niche, people would respect it like crazy. So my niche, as I said, I was the neighborhood fuckboy. So my clients brought my product. They bought my product not because of me. My physique was fairly small for the male gaze, but for the female gaze, I was highly attractive. So they saw the results I was getting. They were seeing that I was extremely social, and they were seeing that I got a lot of girls. And that's why they bought my workout plans and they bought my diet plans, etc. You are the niche. Don't choose the niche. You are the niche. Become the niche. Okay. Now, how I marketed being an F boy. So, I looks maxed and I did the sort of female gaze training for 1.5 years. And if you train for 1.5 years, it's good noticeable results which you can post on Instagram and not be made fun of. If you started with day one and you start posting, you will be made fun of, you'll be trolled upon, you'll be fucking railed over by all your loser friends. But if you start training in silence and then post 1.5 years later, then people will start approaching you. Then you will seem credible because you trained for 1.5 years. Like one day of experience, nobody would fucking believe you. You have to train, you have to look smacks for 1.5 years, then you will see noticeable results. And that's when people actually trust you. That's when the customers arrive. And the customers will be your friends most of the time. They would believe every word and everything that you say in real life. And your personality. Okay. So what I personally did was I faked it till I made it. Look, I looks maxed and developed my physique for 1.5 years. Okay, so I seemed marketable, and this is exactly what you have to do. You have to train for 1.5 years. I already told that you have to train for 1.5 years. You have to get good at that skill. Then you have to act like it, quite literally. Like I'm a fuckboy, right? So I looked good, my physique was great, so everybody would already assume that I had like 5 girlfriends. But when they approach me and they'll be like, bro, you have like so many girlfriends, I would not say no, 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 I don't have a girlfriend yet, I'm going to get one. No, 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 don't act like that. Don't, like, when you start like drawing or when you're an athlete or something, don't say no, 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 I did not play a game, I did not. Don't lie or something, but just say I'm good at it. Just say I have experience. Like it will fucking counter it. You get what I mean? Like when somebody says an example, if you're an athlete and you train for 1.5 years, you laser focus on what you wanted to train, or you're an artist line and you drew something, and if they ask, you have so many clients, don't say no, 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 I don't have any clients yet. Just say I already started training clients. Just say that. It's like your customer is in front. You're not lying to their face or something. They are your customer. Just look at them and say, I already started training them. That's it. That's all you have to say. Just say, I already started. And if you're like somebody like me, if you're like a fuckboy or something, just nod your head, yeah, 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 yeah. Just agree. Don't disagree. Don't lie. Don't do some shit like that. Just agree. Just keep agreeing. Okay? That's like a marketing trick. And if you want, if you can, lie. Lie. But you have to look the part. That's the main thing. Your Instagram should be credible as fuck. It's like, even if you lie, they would not believe that you're lying. Your Instagram should look like, yeah, this is the best advice. Even if you lie, that even if you disagree that you don't have that many girlfriends, your Instagram should look like that. Even if you lie that you're not that good at drawing, your Instagram should like that. Even if you say that you're not that great, you're such a low level athlete, your Instagram should look like that. And that's how we build the credibility. Now, Instagram stories, I was narcissistic as fuck. That's how my Instagram stories were. I would not repost my friends. I would only post my pictures, and I would tag my pictures to my friends because my friends knew that I was attractive and they wanted to get clout for themselves. So they would ask me for tag, bro, tag me, bro, tag me, bro. So I would tag them, and from their followers, I was able to attract another following. I was slowly getting following like that at the age of 16. And my pictures were in the hot era. So I would take like highly attractive pictures which is towards the female gaze, and my likes on Instagram were more than the guys, which is great. And I would post these cocky, laid back, genuine fuckboy kind of stories. Like in real life, fuckboys are not stiff. They're like, they're not like army surgeons or something. They're like laid back and they're in this fun mode. I applied that into my niche and I was able to get that kind of customers in real life because they were seeing the results I was getting. And by the way, your customers, if you're in this dating kind of niche, they will not admit that they are building a physique to get girls. That's the raw truth. They're building a physique to get girls. No, they won't train simply, bro. Shut the fuck up. Okay? So this is exactly what you have to do. Just pick up on their weaknesses and just build upon it. Show your results and make them believe that they can also get the results. And that's exactly what I did. And your mannerisms. Act like a retard, be carefree, and don't be so stiff. No matter which niche you chose, athlete, the fuckboy, or fitness, or an artist, it's okay. Just act like a retard, be carefree, and don't be stiff. It's like if you don't get a sale, don't be so stiff, don't be so needy. Act with abundance, just be like, okay. And then they'll be like, oh, okay, this guy gets sales. And they will come back again. For real, they will come back again. And act like a retard. Don't say way too many details. Say scientific stuff. Yeah, if you're in this athlete fitness space, say scientific stuff, people would believe you more. But if you're this artist kind of stuff, just say you have to do like that, do like this, do like that, do like this. Don't explain shit like a, what do you say, like a high level thinking on a person. No offense, but if a retard is your customer, you have to bend down to the level of the retard to make them understand. You cannot explain the scientific terms. Okay, so bend in the level of the retard to explain. If you're in the fitness like sciencey stuff, okay, say the sciencey stuff in like a bro science way. Don't say the full on like leptin ghrelin stuff to these dumbasses. I will explain those to you, but towards your real life customers, don't explain in like a big scientific way. Just bend down in the level of the retard and explain like that, and that would get you your customers. Then the financial lessons I learned. Okay, this is where the real shit begins. And this, forget whatever you learned till now, just turn your brain off and listen to me. Okay, turn your brain off, for fuck's sake. For now, turn your brain off. Now, the first financial advice: if you're young, there is no risk. Get life experience. If you're young, like from the ages of 14 till 20, you have the freedom to make mistakes. You have the freedom to take second chances, maybe third, maybe fourth. You have the freedom to take chances. But when you are 30, you would sit in that cubicle and think, in that 9 to 5 cubicle, and think, oh, I should have taken the chances at the age of 14 or 20s. I should have taken my 20s. Look, when you're young, you are at negative risk, zero to negative risk. There is no risk whatsoever. Start the business, cold approach the girl, feed that dog on the street or pet the cat on the street, talk to that old guy, smile at that old woman, be wholesome, give that extra change to the beggar. Bro, make mistakes. Make mistakes, learn from it. Don't make like stupid ass mistakes like doing drugs or some shit like that. It would determine your life permanently. So you're young. Start that business. Nothing is going to be lost. An example is Iman Gaji. Iman Gaji started his journey at the age of 14. Wait. He started at the age of 14. So he already started leveling up from then. And he had no risk. What was the risk going to be? His mom was a single mom, yeah. And his mom was working. And he could have easily gotten back into the education system. There was no risk. Like when you're at rock bottom, all there is left to go is up. If you're in a young age, trust me, at the age of 17, I started my YouTube channel. You can imagine what my success would be if I continued this for the next 3 years. If you're young, there is no fucking risk. There is only room to improve. There is no risk whatsoever. Keep that in your head. Take all the risks, take all the chances, get as many life experiences as you can. Get rejected by 5,000 girls or some shit like that. Bro. Do some autistic shit with your life. Climb that tree down the streets or some shit. Bro, just be embarrassed. I mean, don't be embarrassed. Like, do the things which you would do if you are 6 years old again. When you were 6 years old again, you didn't give an actual fuck about what that guy who's smoking a cigarette there would think. You actually did not give a fuck. Just apply that in, even when you're from the ages of 14 till your 20s, and you can achieve massive successes because you learned from mistakes from such a young age. Oh, and then there is this one book you have to read as a beginner. Just one book, nothing else. Whatever you're reading right now, whatever these financial gurus told you, just turn your fucking brain off and read this one book. Just this one book. And this one book is going to step up for the rest of your financial life. And that is this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. Oh, this is normal financial advice. This is the first book. This is the most basic book. Yeah, it's the most basic book. And from this book, there is something I want you to know. You have to read the book more than 2 times, and the chapters 8 and 9 is the most important. It's the most important. Chapter 8 and 9, it's more about setting your mindset, and you have to know something about what I call the 20% theory. When you read a book, you only absorb 20% of the book. So you have to read it more than 2 times. Then it becomes like 20, 40, 60, then 80. Then it just slowly goes up. After 80, it just slowly goes up. So chapters 8 and 9 is very important. Others are also important, but 8 and 9 set your mindset, set your life forward. And don't take this as vague advice. And I know this is the number one financial literacy book and everybody has read it and shit, and you may have already read it and it's sitting simply somewhere around your home, or it's sitting on your laptop like an ebook or something. Trust me, read it again and your mind would open again. You will be thinking, oh, I did not understand this in the beginning, now I understand it. And that is what I call the 20% theory. Now, don't spend your money on luxuries now. When you are in such a young age, you have this tendency to spend on luxuries when you have cash. Like, take the fast food, or buy this certain cloth, or buy jewelry. I used to do that shit. Like, when I had like good amount of money, I would buy jewelry and shit. I look back and I think it's like such a fucking waste. So you have to spend it on investments such as books and courses that can make your mind rich. And you know why the poor is poor and the rich is rich? The poor is poor because the poor guy has a poor brain, and the rich is rich because the rich guy has a rich brain. I don't know if you have realized it, but rich people make money not because of their businesses. Okay, taking this like a metaphorical poetry kind of way. They don't make money because of their businesses. They make money because of their brain, because of the trials and tribulations they went through, because of the knowledge they have. That's exactly why the rich is rich and the poor is poor. The poor did not take risks. The poor did not make mistakes. The poor did not invest in books or courses to get more knowledge. All they spent was on luxuries, on things which did not have value. Become a rich man from this moment. Spend it on books and courses and get more knowledge. Oh, and yeah, the lottery theory. If a poor person, yeah, somehow he wins the lottery, it's like a very common story. The poor guy, he wins the lottery, then again he's poor again. It's not surprising, it's very common. He's poor again because he did not have the knowledge. He could have taken like the $1 million or something and invested it in gold and skyrocketed his gains, or started a YouTube channel and showed him about this lottery. He could have done something which increased his income again. But what did he do again? He bought stuff which showed to the neighboring people that he was rich, and this vague shit which showed that he was rich, like show off to his co-workers that he's rich. And he quit his job as well, by the way. Fucking idiots. So that's the lottery theory. He would come back down. Suppose if a rich person won a lottery. By the way, if you didn't know, rich people do not take lotteries. They know the chances are like so minute. But let's like in this weird another dimension of this world. Some rich guy took a lottery. he would be richer. Do you think he would spend it on luxuries like some watches or some cars? No. He would not spend it on them. He would start compounding on it. He would buy gold, some fiat currency, and like fiat currency is shit, by the way. There is fiat currency and then there is real currency, which is gold and so. This is a side note, but this is the lottery theory. The rich people are rich because of their rich brain. The poor people are poor because of their poor brain. And the myths which your parents believe and made you believe. This is going to get you triggered, or like the losers will get triggered. No, but my parents are always right. Blah 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. Then the real people, they'll think, oh yeah, I trust this guy, and my parents taught me so much bullcrap. It's the myths which your parents believe and made you believe. Let's start. All businesses do not have to be successful. That's what your parents have told you, or I mean, that's what my mom told me. Like when I started my YouTube career, like 2 months back, and I was telling her about the 9 to 5 is bullshit and we should not rely on the education system. So, oh fuck. Oh yeah, it's okay. So she was like, no, but all businesses do not have to be success, and that is because of these main three reasons. Let me look at it. Stupid Indian movies, societal conditioning, and believing that a job is a backup. First, the stupid Indian movies. If you're my Western audience, okay, stupid English movies. Most of these movies, you know how it is. The guy, he's usually poor, and he starts off with a business. The business reaches immense success, and then everything falls down. Or he would invest everything in the business, and then he doesn't get everything back, and his family ends up in poverty. Right? Can you disagree with me? That's how most movies are. So your parents will believe in these movies, and they would automatically register, okay, all businesses do not have to be successful. It will fail, it will fail, it will fail. And that is because of the exact same reason. Poor people are poor because their brain is poor. Rich people are rich because their brain is rich. So, you know what these films do not show you? They show you this poor guy who wants to suddenly be rich, and he has this excitement to be rich. He invests everything in make building his own business. He either loses everything or either he gains everything and then he loses everything. Motherfucker. Imagine if he read a financial book. No movie is going to show you that. No movie is going to show that, okay, a poor person, he's going to read about getting rich. They're never going to show that. Because if they show that, then it would never make sense, because already it was written in the book, like the successes and the failures of business and what he should expect. It's already written in the book. The movies, the films, they will never show you that the poor person was reading the book or something. All they'll show you is a dumbass who started a dumbass business and then got a dumbass return on investment. If it was some poor ass guy like some APJ Abdul Kalam or something, like, you know, APJ Abdul Kalam story. If you're my Western audience, just search it up or something. Okay, fuck it. Let's take some imaginary poor kind of area. Yeah, one poor guy, he came across a financial book where he read about businesses and investments and about the fast lane to success, etc., etc., etc. And then he applied towards his business. Then he got immense growth and kept on growing. And that is the one step which differentiates. He got the knowledge initially, and all these movies, they fuck it up so much. They show this poor ass guy who get the success initially, and then they fuck everything up, hence ruining the audiences. They keep the masses poor. They make the masses believe that the job is the financial success, and job is such a good backup, and job will last you for life. Wow. 60 years old you can retire. Wow. Fuck. And societal conditioning, yeah, the 60 years old thing. Like when in your moms and dads like local areas, yeah, they would see these local businesses up. They will see the local businesses, they will start and they will fail. And some guy, he will get handicapped from business. Like my mom, I remember she would say this story where one guy, he started this business and he reached immense success. He spanned to one another country, then he returned back broke, and he got into a car crash, and that was because of his business. That was because of business. Like, I used to think like, why is he handicapped because of business? No, that was because of his business. That was because his business failed, and he was not able to fund towards the hospital, etc., etc. Bro, what is happening? Okay, like these societal norms, the things which your parents have seen, like my mom, or I don't know if it's my mom or my granddad, like they would say to me about the story of this one bakery which started selling up, and then they suddenly scaled down. And I'm like, okay, it's a fucking bakery. And then I researched about the bakery, and then I came to understand initially the owner was like this good, really good, kind-hearted guy. And once he started getting the income, then he got complacent, and then he started selling goods for like low prices with low quality. So it it obviously fucked his business. He did not read a single business book in his life. If he read an actual business book, his business would have scaled. And that is because it was in your parents and mom's time, like those old times. That time business books existed, but nobody actually read them. Now we have this knowledge, we have business books, and you have videos like this where one guy will fucking spit out game to you, spit out wisdom to you. If your parents and mom came across videos like this or came across books of businesses, then they would have believed. But then these movies and these societal norms fucked everything up. Then believing that a job is a backup. To get a job, technically, you have to go through the education system, like school, college, 3 years in college, be in depth in college, and then do a job. I mean, like, how does that make sense? Like, nod your head right now. Yeah, I'm going to make you nod your head. How is something that is going to take 3 years a backup? How is something that is going to land you on fucking depth a backup? How is that a backup? And how is job a backup? You're trading 5 for 2. I'll explain to you what 5 for 2 is. 5 days of work for 2 days of weekends. Job is not a backup. It is believed to be backup because it's like these societal norms, as I said. The societal norms is the main reason why job is a backup. You know what is the real backup? Uber, Deliveroo, these small things which are part time and they pay you better than these jobs. Now I'll tell you something from my real life. Yeah, so I saw this guy who was working in McDonald's part time. He was earning good income for a month than one laborer, which I asked him how long did he work a day, and he said 12 hours. Not 12, 8 I believe. Some janitor, which they will go through these white buses in this area. All the janitors, they'll go through this white bus. So I compared like the McDonald's guy, he's pretty young, yeah. And he works like half. Like he goes day one day and works I think 6 or 5 hours or something. I don't know. I don't remember. He works like that, and then he gets paid more monthly. He's a student also. Obviously, He is a college student. He works part time and gets more than the janitor, and the janitor works 8 hours a day for a month. The guy who works part time in McDonald's or something, he makes more than the janitor a month. I mean, can you believe that, bro? Job is not a fucking backup. You know what is a backup? You. You are the backup. You're the backup towards the financial freedom of your time. You're the backup towards the financial freedom of your whole entire family. So, what's the best way to financial freedom? Business. Stop listening to your parents. Stop listening to all these people. If you start listening to them, you will fuck up. And you will, I know for a fact you're not the kind of guy. Look, in real life, yeah, I meet the kind of guys who would watch content like this, yeah. And then they would start listening to their parents and shit. I'm grateful that you are not somebody like that, because you are giving this video your full attention. And I know for a fact you will achieve so much knowledge from this one video itself. Okay. Now, this is the next part. What you really need to know. Get rich quick is real. There are 3 methods for get rich quick: athletes, artist, and becoming an entrepreneur. Now, if you take like most scenarios, the leading artists who are rich, still rich, they run a business. For real, they run a business like Taylor Swift or something like that. They run a business actually. And athletes, example is Conor McGregor. He lost his prime. We all know what happened. But then he is doing his liquor brand, Proper Number 12. It's a business. So at the end of the day, becoming an entrepreneur or becoming or doing a business is your best bet. The confusion with get rich quick easy. Look, there's a difference between get rich quick and get rich easy. Now, get rich quick, the minimum span to get rich quick is 2 to 3 years. Most people mistake get rich quick with get rich easy. They think, okay, do this and get money. No, that's not how business works. Get rich quick is real, get rich easy is a scam. And most financial gurus know that you masters are dumbasses, and we can invest on top of this. Like, your naiveness, like you guys will think getting rich quick is equal to getting rich easy. No, getting rich quick is getting rich quick. It's not easy. It's not like do this, do this, do this, you'll get it. No, it would take time. It's obviously it's take action, you'll get it, but they don't tell about the time period. Getting rich quick takes 2 to 3 years towards financial freedom, obviously. 2 to 3 years towards financial freedom.